Quite some way, but maybe to put on at home now. I think it's always best to have a prayer, a short prayer. Maybe which is running, set up a SG to try to take over. Togo is around the table, two was running. Togo is running, master in church, I was still master mom, and I'm the current chairman until today, so maybe to win around the table. Do not represent the table, and I also represent the communications team.
It is about too much available. So we will go.
In great work like a marshal, legends, George Neri, National 99. Zero justice.
Massive current
treasure.
Quite some way, but maybe to put on at home now. I think it's always best to have a prayer, a short prayer. Next to thank you. I think I can maybe which is running, set up a SG to try to take over. Togo is around the table, two was running. Togo is running, master in church, I was still master mom, and I'm the current chairman until today, so maybe to win around the table. Do not represent the table, and I also represent the communications team.
It is about too much available. So we will go.
In great work like a marshal, legends, George Neri, National 99. Zero justice.
Massive current
treasure.
Great food sacrifice, Valeria.
The Winter Train Appear, current success, secretary, legends.
Sapato Savani, aka Slash. KCH. Walesa now.
Alan Pofu, KCH.
Okay, my job as a name is one. Now, what can I do? meeting.
Thank you, Chair. I think that I said about the so I just going to ask you to change about the so that you know confirm on the agenda. I will have confirmation of the previous meeting minutes. The electoral crash was a Zoom meeting. So after the recording, I'm going to look at the crash in a week. So I was going to the recording in 1 minute actually. I will not really should then record the previous meeting. That's why you see the agenda. So let's ask us to put it in agenda. If there are any proposed changes to the agenda, can I pass in now? Then we have someone to propose the adoption of the agenda, and then we have someone to second, then we have to agenda so that we can proceed with the agenda. So I don't know whether there are any proposed changes. If you go back to the more officials, and I'm going to ask people so that maybe I go through.
Yes, please go through.
So let me just go through the proposed agenda. So now, number one item is a review of the 2024 season. So just let the chairman to give an update, the SG to give an update, what our treasurer's report for our finances, what our fees were, any challenges that the treasurer's office faced. Usually, do not treasurer. So it's the affiliation. So just give a bit more time to the discussion of the treasurer's report. That's why I think item 2 is the season financial report presented by the treasurer. Then number 3 will go to the dissolution of the executive committee. Each committee, the executive committee, can elect to sit for 3 years. Then after 3 years, it's dissolved into the new committee. So that's part of what we are going to do today. Then we are going to immediately move into the election of the new committee. So just want to explain by election what happens is one of the members who propose. So we have first position at who we have fought for. So we start with the chairman position, later vice chairman, secretary general, official secretary, treasurer, and a DC chair in that order. So you propose a name, then someone must second the name. So let's say I propose, let's say it's chairman position. Would I propose Majai? Then there must be someone to second. If there is no second, then that name will not go into the head for that position. So there must be a proposer in the second. When those names will go into the head, we'll ask the individual to actually out of the meeting for the vote. And then we'll then go to the vote. So that's how we handle it. So those are the positions that we vote. So we also elect members of the disciplinary committee. We also elect members of the DC. So after the chairman of the DC, we move on to elect members of the disciplinary committee. Then after that, whether we then resolve to teach set up a finance committee. Our constitution requires that whenever in a finance committee, but we've been cooperating without the finance committee and to go over that in a treasury. So the treasurer must have a finance committee. We should also assist in managing the finances and also in fundraising activities. So that let's say this year, let's have a finance committee who also then elect members of the finance committee. Then if you see agenda item number 8, electoral proposal, right way media management. So we may also want to then set up that media committee and then also vote for members of the media committee, or we can have volunteers since it is something that is written in the constitution. Then we will have 2025 affiliation fees and other fees, and then we move on to 2025 rules and regulations. So just as a background to everyone, Panema rules and regulations, we have a constitution, but the constitution had 1999 when the league was started. So it was a bit outdated, but it was no longer addressing some of the issues that we were meeting as we were running the league. So in 2020, before COVID, we then come up with rules and regulations additional to support the constitution. So So we came up with 10 rules. We then just said, let's come up with 10 key rules that will then support the input so that we clarify certain issues. So we've had those. So last year, I think we then also updated those rules. So why we then have the previous season is disciplinary committee and exco. No challenges, no is dealing with that. So one wants about gray areas. So we then say, no, about gray areas. Let's now update our rules so that if those issues come up again, it will be easier to address them. Not to them, because the time we then end up having to refer to FIFA rules to then deal with issues. Because one has no clarity from our constitution. So we have the constitution and it will be supported by those rules. So that's why we then say we need to come up with 25 rules. Aripo, I will read them. We will read the Aripo Achona, and then goes what we then did, we just said Aripo, the rules, sort of like a summary of the constitution, and then also new ones, and the constitution of necessarily having to change the entire constitution. And there was also a proposal. Today, you saw with the legends match. So there are issues around organizing matches and legends. It's also becoming very to EXO. So it was proposed between my match is a legend, they just get things that is put in place to coordinate with the legends. We take over my JSC, my match is actually the preparation of my match is absent. So I think that is our agenda. Are there any issues that you want removed from the agenda, added to the agenda, or any corrections to the agenda? This is the time. Are there any changes to the agenda, any proposed changes? I'll allow you 30 seconds to think. Agenda, review of the 2024 season financial report, resolution of the executive committee and all subcommittees, election of new executive committee members and subcommittee members, 2025 affiliation fees and other fees, 2025 rules and regulations, election of legends, team, organizing committee, and media management. Are there any things that you want to move? Additions? There are no changes. May I please have someone to propose that we adopt the agenda?
I propose.
I have a second.
Secondary.
So we have Nakamasha proposed, maybe they will name, so we propose, we cannot have because we didn't want to, we are trying to record, and we also have a recording.
Tafas was the secondary.
Thank you very much. So Chair, over to you for
Okay, thanks, SG. So thanks SG in absentia, but I think from my end, I'm not going to say much in terms of the review, because most of the issues that we deal with are just soft issues. Or in fact, from my office, the issues that come to me are just issues that if there is really an issue that requires export to intervene, that's when I come in. I also see participation on the group. Sometimes it's healthy, sometimes it's emotional, and I think if you take the way we are running Communications League, I think I'd say it's more like from a business perspective, because no one is ordinarily the league, no one is bigger than the league. So even myself, if there are issues, you actually see that in this issue, I think we should have addressed it maybe better, or maybe we could have done it in another way. So it's also 2024 was actually a very good one. It used to be 10 to 10 to 10 to 10, but there was a birth of another team, which was really the competition was very high. I think, without speaking on behalf of 10, the wake-up call was for every team that it has changed. The outlook of the league has changed. The way the social media is being done has changed. The way we're getting so many inquiries about other teams wanting to join the league is actually really awesome. So I would like to commend the media team, or those involved in running the media pages. that they are really doing, or they did really a splendid job. Maybe we can give them a round of applause. Hopefully, whoever is coming in, they should treasure the way the league is being run and take those steps further and make sure we get something better than what we had in 2024. We're still hopeful that we get sponsors because Maria True Panana at the end of the season is actually far less than what we spent during the running of games. So we are hopeful we'll get someone who can say, no, you know what, I've got even $1,000 that I'm willing to put towards whoever wins or whoever is the champion at the end of the season. Or through the office of the treasurer, they will get people involved in marketing and making sure that even though they are running the social media circles, they also look for someone who can say we can do this. There are people, but maybe we have not yet reached to that extent where we say, okay, but who really do we target? And how do we structure our requests? You have seen that during the running of those two tournaments, there were people willing to put something. It's actually very much money. We thought we would have those sponsors, but I think SG will mention them. Then from our offices, after every tournament, we do letters of appreciation that we send to those teams. So I think from my side, that's all I can say. We try to, as much as possible, cover so many things. I think the treasurer's report is more crucial because people want to know how much they spend and how much save, if any. But I don't think we save anything. We eat what we keep. That's all I can say for myself.
Thank you very much. Any comments on the chairman's reports before we proceed? So I'll just give an overview from the SG's desk on some of the main issues. Last season we had 17 teams. We started off with 16. Then we had the KCH Academy joining us in the middle of the season. Then affected the data around our planning. Fixtures will then just give also a mandate exactly to some of the fixture issues that we faced. But we had 17 teams. We was quite a big number. I think the previous season we had 18, so we had more teams coming in. The league was affected in the COVID break like many other leagues. Then we were also affected in the breakaway formation in Parastatal's league. Some of our teams are in Parastatal, then joined the Parastatal's league at last point. Our former SG was one of the guys who actually arranged to form the Parastatal. So there are a lot of concepts around now that day. So but this year we actually have, I think, net one from the Parastatal league. They actually expressed interest to come back. So the league remains a competitive league. And the work that was done by TSADA, social media last year, on social media, really helped to push the league. So we had inquiries. My teams are very well. That have expressed interest to come in net one. I would say there is a team that is called Best Plays. They say they want to come. The team that's called Niki Academy. They say they want to come. Then there are other inquiries now are waiting on our Facebook page. Waiting and saying your CP Chemical, Master. So we have some of those teams who are just saying that they want to come. Our hope is that we can have a 20-team league this year. We think 20 teams will be very good for us to allow us to pass a long rest, especially by mid-season. We can even have our mid-season tournament as we normally do, still at the end of year tournament, and still be able to start in time. So we are hoping for a 20-team league this year. Then I think in terms of the running of the league, the main reason why we had the issue in 2025 was to try to update them. However, there were a few challenges that we didn't meet. I think one of them was around the issue of IDs. Ordinarily, when teams are registered, we never ask for the national ID of the player. So then we didn't just use that to create an ID. But we've had challenges this past year around that. Before we used to have an idea of time. The problem we had with that is now with technology, people will just go and print their own IDs. So they will just print new IDs and register new people. Because it was easy, it's easy to look at it, they just print their own ID. So we then moved to my PDF IDs. So the idea around PDF IDs was they are all published on the same day. So you download all of the IDs of the opponent. So you can then vet your opponent with some IDs and perform. So what we then observed was teams will now bring their own printed IDs. For which if you are voting, if you are vetting them IDs, we are still with technology, PDF document now with artificial intelligence it's a waste. Because no more people are going to change face in the past and again put this face. I don't know if my IDs. So the idea there was that to then say, Gara IDs, your opponent. We are now waiting for it. Because you are, but no one can come into your phone and change my IDs. That was the idea around my PDF IDs. So I probably will take, we may also find an option, maybe we may have a platform or an app in which we can have my IDs and add online. I'm not sure what proposal will come from this year, even from all of us. But that was the biggest issue. The issue of team sheet was the same. We didn't say we rely team sheet to open the app. That was one of the way the idea was. What we're saying was, we see our team sheets, I the team sheet, I don't change the team sheet. Or a team sheet that are edit. So you have the team sheet, and we say, well, print my team sheets, so other one they then just print maybe all my team sheets. So maybe if we are 3 officials, each one prints now, all that they could give, they are nowhere my team sheets. That was why that came up. We didn't say print your opponent's team sheet. We were just trying to deal with those issues. Then the issue of rating. We observe that teams are not interpreted before the game. They say, let's play. Right? The result goes south. You then now come in and say, no, what chance are you doing? But I'm not vetting. That becomes a problem. So we will continue to insist. So that's why you do in the referee's report, by if the team's vet was vetting done, was the vetting done? Yes or no? If you then send to complain about the Premier League, then that's why you see DC was not accepting those issues. If there's no vetting, DC would they not? If you vet, and it would then say you vet, if you see something you play under duress, so that game is happening, so maybe they will have a technical error in passing. You still play, but you can then bring up that issue to DC, but only after my target. So still insist that the season goes, that is it. But no matter issue that goes, like I say, I think it's only in Taiwan. So we accept the social aspect of the league, yes, we are happy with that, but we also then say where the rules are. So I'll go back to the UGMR rules. Each of you are expected to move the rules. Send the rules to my group, say member official, or even to the team members. Know the rules. Because DC, when they are deliberating over money or even when they are then when you appeal to Expo, they just pull out the rule. What did you follow the rule? And that will be it. So I think from the SG's office, those were the main issues that I think we just wanted to follow. I'll just allow our fixture secretary and the DC chair to then just also give my updates on the issues. Then we will move to the treasurer's report.
Thank you, gentlemen. The fixers office, I think major challenge was mid-year and our brother came this year. We had to rearrange the fixture. We had some discrepancies of team saying the fixture was fixed, and it was necessary a new team. Our original fixture carried only 16 teams. I think got a help from in a friend, Atom Yokumba, that we try to think about a bit of money. But I think lower level you need to try to fix it. I think I'll ask you if you want how we start, one week you imagine as we start. I will not be sad, but it was an odd number, 17 was the 16 it was 11, 18 was an even number. Then it was smooth flowing. But odd number is 17. We are created characteristic now, some similar. Otherwise, I think we learned to do pizza in the period that I have to pizza. We observe still busy, then another challenge is communication from DC ground. The South Carolina is compared to when against our ground, I think next time we will DC on the grounds are all flushes background. I want to fix one of the fixes and to jump out of North Coast. No, it's needed, not fixing in the day. Which fix a way of answer was improving business. I don't problem up to ground approach. I think Gazisa from ground one fixes of this. We are trying to fix our strategies. I think we are not going to
Secretary, thank you very much for your input. DC, would they just allow the president of the deal with the format before we move to the business lines?
Right. I think it has become so competitive that people will not leave any stone unturned for anything. And the issues that were coming to us, I tell you, few at the pinch, right? But what we have really tried to do as DC is, it was never a one-man decision. It was always a community decision. And sometimes we take our time, and sometimes we come up with a decision that will cause a lot of uproar in the group, and maybe Expo get involved. But for us, it was, we learned a lot, and we were very unpopular at some point because of some of the decisions that we were doing, to the extent that we ended up being captured. But, but I think what we were just trying to do, we were just trying to apply the rules and regulations as they are supposed to be, right? And then the other key issue was on the issue of grounds, right? Which Mr. Secretary has highlighted. There were grounds that were put forward or fixtures being set without even being vetted. So those grounds, when they come to us, will definitely will not take responsibility of the ground that will not vetted. So that, I think the issue of vetting, the issue of the list of grounds, fixture sector before you send anything, should be known out that this ground is not vetted, right? And then I think that one is a collaborative situation that we'll be getting involved in, right? Another issue is, there are a lot of emotions when it comes to the decisions that are really the DC come up with, right? But I think what we all learned as we go is, it's after all, we are brothers and sisters. After all these things happened, besides out of conflict, we are business partners as well, right? So we should never forget that. So yeah, emotions sometimes they boil up, but we always have to come back to the drawing board and say, guys, we are still brothers and sisters. Let's look at how best we can look at these things, and that's why there's an appeal process, which I think was also very effective. For me, I think there was some decision that we did as DC, and people would come to my inbox and I say, my brother, I think if you feel we have been wronged by the decision by the DC, please appeal to the exco, right? And then things were resolved in that way. But I think that's basically what I can see going forward, let's have an opportunity to get rules and regulations circulated to all the team members, like what you said, because some of the things that I have realized is it's actually lack of knowledge, lack of understanding the rules and regulations, and then we discuss them so much on the group rather than just maybe 5-minute conversation and move forward. So I think we, under very difficult circumstances, we tried, and I really want to applaud the DC team for the work that they've done. And thank you all.
Thank you, DC Chair, and thank you, DC. So before we move to the item number 2, the financial report, we can then just deliberate on the issue for members for the 2024 season. We want us to discuss which are the financial before we move on from this agenda item.
Fixtures. The one from the first half of the season, it was okay. I was looking at the 17th team. I to my problems. To the extent that other teams that have 3 consecutive away teams and home teams. At the same time, my last games, and I'm looking up to factors of Ghana according to my observation. My fixtures that are not so young to pay us Ghana. Money and later.
Thank you very much for that comment. Any response? Yes.
I think it's a comment which we can
So we take note of that. I think like it is the 17th team right now was a bit really a challenge. They make sure that the fixtures flow for them. So that's great for Jarazo. We couldn't refuse the team, the social league. I know my team was 20. So they came through, they just accepted them. They will be looking at getting the 18th team. I think we had a team that were actually looking at getting chemicals. They then just said, no, we're going to move to the following year. So we then said, since they say, I think they were actually a very good addition to our league. So that they didn't realize while it's bringing problems,
I just want to ask, what kind of problems were these? Because again, we were the 17th team, right? But our last game, Takatoa Famba.
Yeah, so what just happened was some teams that have found out they were supposed to rest. They were supposed to a week they were resting. And then, so some teams have a bit of a problem. One team were resting 2 weekends at a time.
Okay.
Then like I was saying, I'm back-to-back home matches or back-to-back away matches. So for some corporates now, because they have to request for funding, back-to-back home matches now. This week, ground. Next week ground, never knows, but you play home and away. So there was now a problem about Obama or something like that. It was also like them going out of the budget.
So the reason why I asked that question is because here we are again faced with another season. And Tukuti Susudaushika 20, maybe at 20. How are we going to address my good self issue?
So I think that issue, I think we thank you for the comment, but I think it's now an issue of making sure that the fixture is planned up front. So you notice this is why we request like this year, the season is at the beginning of March. We then say that let's make sure you pay my affiliation maybe by the 1st of March, because it then helps those planning issues. So a fixture can be circulated 2-3 weeks before, and people can look at it. Then people can then query. But what we end up now having is we are being forced to send fixture a week before. Because the money confirm affiliation. We are forced to do IDs a week before. You get it? We then stick. What we then have to do is explain the pastors to say, we are not moving. So I tell you my ID, some we will have to wait overnight because we then say we are starting the day we are starting. Because we notice I think only 1 week, we don't pay 1 month. So we are hoping with at least the teams that are affiliated early, and we then know the teams we are dealing with. Fixture, you know, by watching, early. Then people can then check the fixture early. You know, that's why we publish those things. So people check. So we publish them. But you know this for IDs, for example. If they are published on Friday, and if people need to check, I check also that. But whenever I register, I remember the issue we had with the twins.
Thank you, brother.
It's now being confirmed the day before the league starts, because that's when they fix it. That's when we would only issue the IDs, because the teams are confused. So the whole issue comes down to issue affiliation. Why we insist on that in the past is we then realize the teams will go the entire season personal by affiliation. So we are now insisting that we don't start personal affiliation. So pay, that's the thing. So it really goes back to the members here. But affiliation on time, the fixtures can sit down, look at the fixtures on time. Then so, you can review it also on time.
So basically what we're saying is, in order for us to not experience this problem again, everyone who's present needs to be paying their affiliation fees on time.
Because that's the only way we can confirm the team is a part of the league, is if they pay their affiliation. But again, you will notice that when you're with new teams, they will then come a week before.
Okay, so that's why I then brought up this thing. So what is our next
what was done
step?
Is that the fixture sector, let's say we're expecting 20 teams, we have 19 teams. So fixtures by sector, fixture only a team ends XXX.
Alright.
So if a team then joined last day, I'm going to feature a team XXX. That's why I think if you saw the comments I'm going to discuss about why don't the fixtures for team XXX, because that's what you just do in the past. You then just work with team XXX. So that will be the additional team. You're going to pin that team XXX and then continue.
Alright. I was only bringing it up because even us as KCH, the reason why we have cameras is so that we don't keep repeating the same things. We need to find solutions for the problems that we have. And the Tatonayo solution. Tuzot nyangwe tisina ukwana tisiri 20 ma XXX ari
plus structure ile ya told exactly. So when the fixtures even personal teams are looking at chiti 20 teams for example.
No,
so
because
the structure is already there. Whoever comes in
Yeah.
Yeah. But I tell you certainly man in 20 there's a team that is going, team number 21 that's going to come and they will tell you guys are going to budget. So that's one of the things you have a team that will then say to what I don't know MTV take a
after Teta meeting, you know, Twitter same problem, you complain on Amkomo, it's not solution, but we've done the solution. And it's
but I think can I also add to I think the most sticking point was with client. If this is a league China, we've got 17 odd number team. If the fixture comes to shoot up end of my game, which is up to week 17, which are back to back, there's an element of planning. The issue was where you told, or you see when the fixtures come, you're playing tomorrow when we told you you're on the buy. The planning aspect then goes away. So if it happens when the league is starting now and you've got a full fixture which says no, the team B is going to play 2 consecutive games at home, you can then plan. If there's room to plan or even there's room to negotiate and then after analyzing the fixture to say no, we can't do 2 consecutive home matches for ABC reasons. The fixture secretary can then address that. The issue is on the planning part.
My concern was we don't want to have this meeting 2026 and same issues are there, or during the season and we don't have answers to what's happening. And now we've established an answer and a pathway, so it's perfect.
Through you, Chair, I would like to have a discussion around issues of Magram. We are a social league. Fine, counting of the dress season. It's also good on the ground, the issue issues can figure out. I don't know, it's just an appeal to everybody. Can we not be accommodated so much that you know that's my real concern, because my ground is to the pressure. Because the numbers, the thinking that the media team is doing, the more the team, the pressure is no one upon a social club that's no shining. Just like when I mean about the data, so now we go from offer so that 2% of feature which are. But the issue so that it is quite a big challenge, which we cope with. Can resonate this is a treaty monitor my original slots, my traditional slots, if I can say, like radio or that's the point.
Before we move to the human grounds, is there any other comment on the fixtures? You end up.
Mine was said to comment on the
Yes, so I wanted to say what was not the fixtures issue.
it was not a fixtures issue.
Is there any comment on the fixtures issue so that we can penalize the SRT?
Yeah, pa issue ma fixtures. That we got pa mid-season guide. No panfana no day side that it is the end that funds lose peace for nana December. I think my game but no wait up wafa better. The other thing that my problem, for example, pani maternity and game around down. Saka was what we did. That's mid-season I propose to be short. Weeks ago, rather than those who not end of season.
So you are what we do with my fixtures. The fixtures of the first half of the year must be finished before the second half of the year.
Yes.
So that a team uses the same players to fulfill half year one fixtures before they move to the second half of the year. So my fixtures, they say half year one, and to pay that before we open the season. Then half year two, Manos will time around December, and then I have outstanding fixtures for the second half of the year. And then I see first half.
Let's try to avoid my outstanding.
I think it is something that fixers try to incorporate. That's why you then see our holidays. You then try to push in on our fixers. But in the our holidays. But now, what they may make is the mid-season delay. The tournament is usually 2 weeks. But we then try to make sure that our put a crossover in our fixtures in the first half of the season, into the second half. Yes, I know found out better before the new IDs and then the additional players come out. So that my players are my players are final players of the first half.
Yeah.
Second half, and all kinds of what we do. There are new players, new fixtures. And I think we take note of that. Any comment on my fixtures before we move to the issue of round? The fixtures.
Yeah, for my fixtures, my last point I wanted to also highlight the fixtures and take note of that. Because before the end of the season, I don't know somehow my games. Like to say we are entering week 17, I don't know what is what no outstanding that we want to cover. So that's why we take note of the limits.
Thank you for the comment, please.
I have 2 issues. The first one related to I think I want to improve whenever they change. Yes. I had a problem setting. I was was not communicated properly. I was one of the proper. It's stated a lot of words. So I think about we communication. Sasa ngozuri yazvangu chingwa. Uzoimanda tawo kutanga next Thursday after meeting.
Can I suggest something? Can I treat Isuzu maybe as a league? Because we all stay in Zimbabwe and the economy, we know how it is. You might need to change fixture time nechi. Can we have a period? Look, so we understand what you're going through, but nema rules as well. Saka, if you want to change fixture kwa can you let us know 72 hours before? Because finances.
Exercise and then making sure that on Thursday we will go
by Thursday
it needs to be black.
I don't know what you have to
Other
answer.
issue, I don't know. It directly my fixtures are going to my last games, Papa won the yeah. Was it deliberate? Because my teams are one and after the last games. Then we know
The share of ground is one of these things. I'm a ground that I'm
was the major honor. My games.
If I take one of them, you should not quit with that. No fear than whatever the share ground.
My last game, I think that's
I think issues isn't really the response that they're getting from the going forward seriously and preventing. But I think through the GSC, there should be a way to discourage people to choose not to play, maybe because they don't like to decide or something. That's what I think. There should be penalties for teams that just decide not to fulfill the fixture. That's what I think. I think we can evidence this. I think when we discuss the 2025 rules, maybe we can have the conditions. What I think about the things we are actually talking about the conditions they walk over. Because one of the things we have the conditions we are under the information. Remember the issues they were there, we really want to have to under what conditions under what conditions under what conditions is the team defeated because of the defeat. So can I propose that we move that to discussion under the rules so that when we then discuss the rules we can then have some of those issues iron out. Because it was actually a problem for DC and for Expo, unfortunately. A very big problem. And unfortunately I'll tell you my experience the time that I've been in Expo is when teams in the communications league identify a group, they will just want a time one of those judges. It will be done with because you will notice even when we then clarify the issue of the 30-minute grace period. I don't know whether members will then say because the issue of the 30 minutes grace period, because a team will then say they don't communicate with one another, for example, because the constitution was not very clear for the grace period. 30 minutes. As a team really have a grace period 30 minutes, so a team would refuse. But my other team is there. Or my own raise up communicate. That's not the time again. That's why we then clarify it, change on the grace period, what we need supposed to happen. So if we don't have the rules say that if the last game of the season if I don't come, what are you going to do? Because I can't anything that is certain negative written. So it's those are now we are even thinking, let's really think about some of the situations that we face as the league or our league tournaments. Then we say once our teachers say that we don't create around the world for the test, or we must negotiate. We have teams like that, we have a day board, we have table, we have wheeldeal, we have legends, because legends is sort of like a sponsor, I would be. So those clubs are not bad at the ground. They just come to Alex and they pay. That's it. So the second issue, not just issue not being with the state of the ground, the other issue in time. We had clubs who were now requested to play at 3. Now a team that got better on the ground than Alex, but must not at 3 and the ID name and club members for Alex. So they are difficult to get. They only have access to Mascot Tower. It now means we've got 3 financial grounds. So it mentioned two issues. It means the cost in ground. Either the guys are going to now to pay the cost of their own, number 1. Or number 2, I will share ground. That is one of the issues that then became a problem. With the ground at 3, we also noticed with Mabuza under they play at 3. No time for time is at 3. So it may be something that people may then also want to then discuss. With what then happened on the issue So I don't know whether we can also then discuss about the 2025 moving there so that it becomes an issue that is then clarified. The issue at 3 p.m. because the constitution says 1 p.m. and 3 p.m. So you will notice one of the things we had with members was, if can I bring River, I think you saw this discussion. The name River, and the constitution is 1 p.m. or 3 p.m. Is it my responsibility to tell you to do Tamara 1 p.m.? Or you should know to you can either play at 1 p.m. or 3 p.m. What do you think I need to do Tamara? So it's something that you also need to then clarify who is responsible for confirming it. And if you are away, go down to the other, you need to remember home to close the other. So I don't know what I say. No one out the child, you say, in Canada, do you then force me to play? That those are issues that I think we need to clarify when we come to the 2025. So I'll bring that up after discussion when we come to that agenda. Any other issue?
Meeting is very well. Someone talk about
Thank you for that. Those are some of the great areas that as teams you have experienced. You may then want to, when you discuss the rules, it can then be discussed as an issue. What rule can be put in place? Because what then happened from a DC point of view is because teams are expected to confirm or to say we cannot attend by Thursday 5 p.m. So can I know when you are supposed to confirm by 5 p.m. Can I know who wants to attend? You are then saying by Thursday 5 p.m. So at this one side I say it was done for both parties. Maybe team have to go around, they then go in and say, you know what, the Achamas will have in the ground, and then look for another team on Friday. And they maybe to get a refund. Because if you then go on Saturday morning and say Achachami, the club is going to say to you, so it becomes an issue of when we then look at the law, and the rules are unfortunately not social. You understand? When you say, put our answer, my rules don't consider right now. Humans may consider violent now, but term or consider unless you then put it in writing, because we are a social league. So in that case, DC unfortunately will then just be forced to, while you had a genuine problem, but DC unfortunately has to just apply the ruling would have now put due time to cancel the match. So it's something that we can also discuss when we have the rules and say how can that issue with the team get a genuine agents like that. It's like I'm not going to have an accident. One day happens. You then say to the rest of the team and what then happens. Those are scenarios that you can say, okay, under what scenario? So I said we need to look at under what scenarios can a match be abandoned? Or can team continue as a regime? Because we don't have to abandon the area, I think we need something to see everything. Because none of us should the match be abandoned? Should the match be abandoned? Should it be declared a walkover? So when people discuss that, on that.
After 6.
So you know they talk about this in the South. apana clarification yangayichi iripo ukuthi imini as a team uchithi waleza ezvishuka kana mukauya face yake it's good to go animalo aizuti tikati shomani walesa unotaura haexist yakaita ngesusu taita chipro so need to clarify ipapo on registration kana tichidzirana walesa at least as the cases ngaange ari walesa.
So we can move to the treasurer's report. The main issue the challenge that they face.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. Ateta uchi totutana.
Ateta uchi. That's
So in the interest of time, I will share a copy of
one more.
Gentlemen, so to make it quick, this is our income statement for the period ended December 2024. Just take you through the different phases. So the first phase is the income phase. Balance brought forward 2023. In 2023, we inherited the office and 250 USD from the last administration in going up. Then our affiliations, 17 teams, some of which were paying $200 for the normal teams. Then the new teams, which were 3 teams, were paying $250. Then we had a tournament fee of $100. Yeah, so we are for the tournament mid-season. So our total amount in affiliations was $3,350. That's our biggest income at no one league each and every year. We, through my initiatives, a media department, where the space at no advertiser, but no some results, but no some fixtures, which was taken by Tendo, FC, Fantracker, FC, Ellis Class Electronics, at one point with Pure Ranger, and they pulled out. We generated an income of 720 from that.
Nice.
The mid-season subscription, $158 came from $10 from player registration. When one is a player, when you're registering, you pay $10 and so forth, you pay $1 for the license. So we generated $158 from that. Then affiliation for our tournament, each and every team paid $100 from affiliation. So each and every team was paying $300 or $350, depending on you're new or you're old. So that's $1,600 for all the 16 teams. KCH was exempted because the Royal mid-season and we already played the tournament. So we should have $1,700, so we $1,600 for that. Sponsorship of our tournament through our office. We also went around and asked for donations, which amounted to $600. $300 we got it from that is Union Highway. We got another $100 from another $200 from Fantracker and another $100 from Water. Affiliation for Super 9 tournament, we asked all teams to pay $50 each, and we had 9 teams, and we generated an amount of $450 from that. Sponsorship Super 9 tournament, we had sponsorship of $200, $100 from Fantracker and another $100 from Hotel. So our total income for the year was $7,528.
70 there, how
Thank you. So,
thank you.
Expenditure. For the league alone, this goes directly for the league, not the tournaments, just the league alone. The prize money was 1,890. The breakdown, I'm sure that one was posted on the group. Then we had my medals. We bought my medals, 120 at the cost of $3, and a trophy at the cost of $100, which amounted to $220. We have a cameraman that comes every week. I've now looked at my games. That cameraman number was $20 per week. So, for the whole day, $640. We had league templates. My templates are not as well. Whether it's a fixture, my results are not or my promotions are cheaper. We have been just them for free. But application chance a canvas. So once in a while, remember $30, $2. We have fixers secretary through the office of Chairman Exco. We requested that fixer secretary gets $10 8 times a month. He got that for 8 months, that's $80. Our bank charges, our amount today, bank account, USD bank account, most teams are paying through the account. In our account, we incurred my charges $75 more withdrawals. That's for the league. Expenditure for our tournament, which is our mid-season tournament. Talk about the 3 slots for archery, where some of the teams will play. That was $45. That's $135. Belgrade Teachers College will play 2 slots. That's $100. Louis Mountbatten, thanks to David FC. They donated those grounds for free. Prince Edward, we paid $50 for the tournament. Alex Postler, thanks to Tendo FC, we got 5 slots. We didn't pay anything there. Then the referees, we negotiated for $15 per game. For all games, for all teams, that was $435. That is Wafa. Prize money. The losing finalists, $35 by 7 teams, that's $245. Losing finalists by 4, they got $70, that's $280. Losing finalists by 2, they got $110, that's $220. Runners up, they got $170. The winners being Dandaro got $200 USD. Medals, we bought 70 medals, they're $3 each. You may wonder why 70 medals, but we have my teams, they don't have 30 players. Every player is recorded there, the officials. We also have my medals in my we also have my medals in my exco members and my sub-committee members. And the trophy was $100. We have officials lunch. Exco members get $10 each per my tournaments for the whole day. That's 6 members, so that's $60. Guest of honor, $25. We had a jersey also for $25. Media for my tournaments, we have a budget. They cover for the whole day, and we also ask them to do my videos after. We pay them $80, banner 2 on the day. We have banners for tournament. The big one around the Communications AGM sponsors. Then we had the cover table. That was $135. Together 2 flyers, the promotion external. We had 3 flyers external at $5 each. That's $15. We had the last one. We had lunch with the vehicle marketing. When we were negotiating the package in our jersey, we went out for lunch with the vehicle. We took them out for lunch at a cost of $35. That was Ben, myself, and SG. And there was the last post we had for our tournament. If we turn our pages, we'll go to Superline Tournament. Superline Tournament, grounds, 5 slots again donated by Tendo FC. We didn't pay anything there. Morris Depot, through the VC, we negotiated to just $80 for 2 slots. Referees, $15 per game. With less game this time, we paid $180. Losing finalists by $620. Runners up got $200, and the prize Money again, Dairy Board, no, Dandaro got 270. Medals, we bought 50 medals at a cost of $153 each. Trophy was $80 this time, slightly smaller. Lunch for officials again $60. Guest of honor, we bought a shield at the cost of $30 for Berry Manandi. Media was the largest cost that we had for the tournament. The reason being we had a stage which costed us $200. We had media guys which we paid $100. We had an MC and IPO whom we paid $100 as well for the day. So that was the expenditure that we had for the Super 9 tournament. We also had a total of 1,615. So our closing balance that we have, we managed to save 393 that we have as a league. We also have the notes there, that's Alex Sports Grounds donated by Tendo, cost of 350, Luis Manhattan donated by Teleport 150. Union Hardware gave us $300 US, Funtraker FC, $200 in cash, a PA system, a DJ, at a value cost of $400 US. Uniforms from Viego for the 2024 Wafa tournament. Gotel also gave us $100 US. Super 9 tournament, we got grounds again at a cost of $375 from Nintendo FC. We got $100 US from Funtraker. We got $100 US again and 15 t-shirts from Gotel. We got 40 boxes of biscuits from Yam Yam through Universal. Lastly, income from the league was 5,580. Fundraising alone managed to raise 1,970. Donation of grounds from various teams, mainly Dairy Board and Tendo, was at the cost of 875. 1,000 from the main coffers of the league went to Super 9 tournament. So this is the end of our 2024
Sorry, yes. A point of correction. Yes. You said we did donated 150. That's 210. Okay. Each slot is for $700.
Okay. That's right. I'll take note of that. Thank you so much. Yes.
Then Papa Slaughter, in my tournament, I can't remember the quantities, but Mashi, through Legends, donated some slots. I can't remember, but it was a joint settlement between Tendo and
I wish I did this. I'm fine with it. I got two more league.
Thanks for the detailed report. Yes, it's what I thought, but I would like to propose that the donations of grounds should be recorded as revenue, human donations, and your orders for expenditure. While if someone doesn't look at the notes, you think that Tendo and Legends didn't donate something unless as such. And also they have to be recorded as revenue or as expenditure.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Any other comments? Any questions for the treasurer?
Yes. I think what's the plan for 2025? I know you are outgoing treasurer. Like any man in this house, moving on my life, we say I put to me. What's the plan? What are we looking at doing this?
As you were saying, the most important thing for the office of the treasurer to be functional is, first of all, like you've seen, the biggest income is affiliation. If we have affiliation quickly, we can also plan our activities. For example, 2025 is supposed to start with an all officials cocktail where Star FM can bring Mana, players that you need to bring, you can have them and host them and tell them what communication is all about. So that when the guys who matter the most go there and ask for money, they know where the money is going, they know what we're doing, and it makes life easier for everyone. And when it comes to finances, I think we were doubling finance, media, and fundraising. It's actually tripling. If we could make a concerted effort of putting a money, or meet someone you know, tell them about Communications League, how they can contribute, it makes life easier. It makes life easier. League Edu, it has grown so much, and I think it will grow more if we get more money. Like Chairman was saying, there is a way that we can go out there and source for funds. Surely we can get someone who will pay $1,000 for the winner. You pay that for it. It's possible. The amounts that we're getting and giving our teams, when the Mama tournaments will end of the day, it's still very small compared to what you guys are bringing out for the operations of the league and the running costs of the clubs. So I think I have answered you.
I don't know how we're all standing, but I can gather that everyone who's here is in the league next season. And I don't know what we're doing for pre-season, but as KCH Isusu touched out to host a pre-season tournament that will have maybe, if we put it to about 30-minute per half games with penalties at the end, at the latter stages. I don't know how everyone is feeling about pre-season and how it's going to go.
If you just give us, since this is the finance office, just give us your budget and what you are willing to put on the table, I'm sure we can do that.
I think to be more clear in terms of why we like to host that tournament, as an academy, we like to look for money. So it helps when we come in. You know, communication, the money we're looking for these guys, you can channel it in X amount of time. They're aware of Zimbabwe's current taxation issues. There are firms that would rather spend their money on people like us than to. But I think we can address to the finance office, to the chairs, we come in the idea of finding sponsorship will really help us a lot. I think on a long-term base, it's lovely that we have the WAFA stage, but as you already noted, we want someone to go needing to take that space for the body. 720 in front of yes. Yes. You know, we're in a space where making money in order to really should be secondary. We shouldn't even be paying for this. Yes. And then critically, you should be doing that for 2 days. But I hope incoming office is aware that we're listening, we're together with the fact that it's social, but we're not cooperative report. They like to make sure that we understand. That's all.
Thank you, Mr. Chief. Papa budget. How many heads were the head of DC? This open as from a friend at this school.
Unfortunately, DC kuna treasure and DC realize, and I'm sure you'll get that one, but you need to office here. I was but it's not even there. But he goes last time the 250 each, like how we had to after the determination, you know, it was the 250 from Mount Sangaba, then we liaise and obviously DC, then we bring it up.
But from the coming seasons, it should be wise. And say, immediately over treasure American. So you should do treasure with DC before final presentation. Is the treasure my thought?
It's okay.
The first one will usually happen as DC will usually use their money to sponsor the team of the tournament. It's like most disciplined team of the tournament, most disciplined team, you know, things like that. So they will then just balance out the whole salary in zero. So So now it was not something that was looked at as a DC. They buy a trophy, they could sponsor, and whatever. But then just aim on smart DC funds. But I should think that money about DC. We at times they offer DC.
We gave
DC fund. The money for coach of the tournament came from DC.
I think it's pointed. It's valid. Let's consolidate. Yes,
Is that then for the so that
The number is
yes, that's true. That airtime amount is very valuable in terms of the monetary value and the circulation, the far-reaching circulation in South Africa. So I'm sure as a one-master driver, we are able to make sure we take much.
Right. Ini ndani kufunga futhi kuti through chewe DC kuti basa rifambe mberi ma committees anomita data kuti bozi nyaya dzedu dzimwe dzaito dzita tapa ma wifi so saka kuti unobudisa mari yako uchitonga nyaya zvinozoita kuti nguva
That's why you then hear that age to then push to the fixtures back in the future because you then realize so I should think that's something that can always be looked at as another possibility. Is there any question for treasurer before so that we move on to the next stage of